Proposal to characterize the efficiency of engineering education in Colombia. Presentation line: Introduction, review, methodology, data analysis, validation, conclusions. Introduction. Purpose. This test proposes a method to estimate the efficiency of engineering training in Colombia based on data from 2012 to 2022 and on the purpose of the higher education according to the Law 30 of 1993. Design methodology approved. Five types of efficiency are proposed: socio-technical, socio-economic, graduation time, formative of the higher education institution of the students. The first two efficiencies cannot be obtained due to inconsistent in the information on the social added value of engineering activities that is different from the salary payments of engineers, and inconsistent in the estimation of the variation in education quality between the high school and the result of the cyber tests. Results: an increase in efficiency is identified in the graduation time from 45% to the 90%. An increase in training efficiency within IS is identified from 25% to 68%. And from the product of these two, the student's perspective is obtained with a change in efficiency from 11% to the 61%. Therefore, although it is true that the progress has been made in aspect at the flow of the management of IELTS, intercomparable measures of academic and social quality are still not able, and it is still halfway between an initial value of 11% to the 100%. Review. In this case, is around the education. First is primary education cycle EP, i.e. that is the 5 years. Secondary education with 6 years. Higher education institution, IS, in this case is different. Technicians, TC, technologists, TGIT, university professional, PU, different modalities of engineer, IGIT. The most frequent time for the PU offering the IGIT was around 60 months. In Colombia higher education institutions, IS train people learn as university professional PU at the competition of the two cycles, the secondary education cycle is of the 6 year and the primary education cycle EP of 5 years. The IS train technicals, TC, technologists, TGIT, and university professional PU, among which different modalities of engineering IG are included. The most frequent time for the PU offering IG was 16 months until 2020. From there, the increase in the formulation of the virtual, remote, and synchronous and other variants reduced this time to different values between 20 to 48 months. Infrequent offers and real little demands in Colombia before 2020. Continuing with the review, it's necessary to know who is the Light Little. It's an theorem by John Little which states that the long-term average number L of customers in an stationary system is equal to the long-term average effective arrival rate lambda multiplied by the average time W that a customer spend in the system. Expressed algebraically, the light is L equal alpha W. It is the light's load. The first aspect of the efficiency of the IS is obtained from the estimation of the average graduation times, this case is W, based on the usual training value in ILG, in this case 5 years or 10 semester. To estimate this average time, the formula used to the little slave, where the average observed time, W, is obtained from the number of the total students enrolled each semester. C is a result of the number of the semester to graduate all students within the IS. This is called efficiency in average time to the graduations. Methodology. In this, it's necessary to know with the different opportunities. In this case, it's three opportunities: social economic efficiency, technical social efficiency, and institutional and student efficiency. Social economic effectiveness no is used in this case. Technical social effectiveness either. But the use is institutional and student efficiency that it consists in. Here, three calculations are proposed to identify the fulfillment of the education purpose that from the perspective of the students and from the perspective of the IS. Effect Effectiveness for the student is the multiplication of the two aspects on efficiency of the IS. Continue with the methodology, where the data that used in this case is, for example, admitted until 2030, others enrolled in the first year from 2001 to 2013. Other base data is total enrollment from 2001 to the 2013. Other data is graduates from 2001 to the 2017. Detailed information for later days is the pace of the national higher education system, SNES in case of the Colombia, or the Minister of Education of the Colombia. Quality evaluation, ECADES test, and the Cyberprof, the years 2004 to the 2022. This is the system. The data to analyze the national higher education from 2000 to 12 to the year 2022 with the light littles. It is necessary to know with different days in this case. D is equal to efficient in average time to the graduation. Is E is trading effectiveness of the institutions. F is efficient in the average time to the graduation. And difference secret is have the different formulation. Data analysis. In this table is the data and efficient for all engineers. A is enrolled every semester. B enrolled in the first semester. C those who graduate. N no graduates. D efficiency in graduation times. E training efficiency of the institutions. F efficiency of the students. In these tables is singular analysis. For example, in 11 years, information is available for 22 semesters. We see Spirit treats millions of students enrolled in all semesters. 888,000 students enrolled, 410,000 graduates, for a graduation time efficiency indicator of 65%, and a graduation efficiency of 46%, obtaining a student efficiency of 30%. Validation. This is a table that is create different characteristics statistics. For example, the number of the student is at semester varied between 240,000 to 311,000. The mean value was 286,000 with SD of 19,000. Enrollment is possibly correlation with the dates, city period, 5 seats. That is, it increases over time with a coefficient of determination of 0.32 being significant. The number of the students enrolled in the first semester varied between 28,000 and 56,000, with an average of 40,000 and a SD 7.3,000. No correlation with the time, nor a significant coefficient is identified. The number of graduates varied between 11,000 to the 26,000, with a average of the 19,000. Their correlation significant with a time with a correlation coefficient of 0.88. This is the same analysis with different topics A, B, C, and D, E, F. Well, continue to the validation, in this case, have two tables. The first is the registration per semester all engineer, and the other table is the graduates per semester all engineers. It's possible to differentiate different days in this case. For example, in registration per semester all engineer, this table contains the time series of the those enrolled for the first years from 2012 to the 2022, and how this enrollment is broken down between official and private aides, as well as by gender of the 887,000 enrolled in the first semester, 426,000, 42% is official enrollment, regarding gender 616,000 are remain with 69%. And the other table, recording the time series of the graduates, is a recording that the juries are 411,000. Of the 10, 166,000 are from official entities, or 40%, and the male graduates are 65% with the 265,000. Continue the evaluation. In this table, all engineering of 2012 is on a table with different carrots around the engineering, agricultural, agro-industrial, food, environmental, earth, science, civil, electric, electronics, forest, industrial, mechanics, chemistry, system, communication, and the total. For example, for the area of the agricultural engineer, it identifies the increase of 37% in enrollment for all semester. The decrease in enrollment for the first semester of minus 21%. The increase in the number of the graduates by 25%. The decrease in non-graduates in minus 34%. The efficiency in graduation time shares by minus 9%. Graduation efficiency increased by 59%, and student efficiency increase is by 45%. This is the same analysis in different careers around the engineer. Conclusion. Although of substantial changes identified in the number of the engineer enrolled, going from 793,000 to 600,000, this trend is expected to continue. The reason of the demography, natural birth, changing labor supply and demand, psychology reason must not some to the study, use employed of the engineer in the different branches, the substitution of the workforce by the foreign hands, and by automation and robotics among other alternatives as motivation for studying or not studying engineering. Also, the identification of the migration for Colombia, the preference for technical trade or business, the skill formed in the high school can be taken as motivation for the use or not engineering. On the other hand, the efficient and effectiveness is engineering into graduation has increased in the different engineering areas and their behavior has improved. Other conclusion is it shall be known that it's not possible to characterize the efficiency level of the engineer between a couple of points due to the lack of methodology to compare the effect of the education. For the finals, other recommendation is create a system of indicator of the relevance of the education and the added value provided by engineer graduates. Other is proposing improvements in the learning and didactics as means of providing the contextualization and the use of the engineering. Other is use advantage in the knowledge, psychology, education, and growth testing as a way to improvise the added value to the student or engineer programs. Bibliography.